Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking about week 1 of my summer cut. I'm going to have to be painfully honest about the fact that I don't even have my first, like, how I lost 20 pounds on this cut video out yet. And I've already gained back, like, I don't know, 10 or 11 pounds, winter bulking type of situation. I had 2 different outpatient procedures for which I wasn't like allowed to work out for 4 weeks at a time, both times. And I'd say putting on about 12 or 13 pounds wasn't terrible for that whole period of time. Pretty much the end of my cut was on July the 3rd or the 2nd, I think, or something like that, of last year. And my lowest weight at that time was 127 pounds. I will show you guys some footage of before and after what I looked like. Now, keep in mind, before, I had never weight trained in my life before. I was afraid of getting bulky. Didn't want to have huge traps. Didn't want to look like Ronnie Coleman. That whole thing, that was me. Yes, that was me. But I did a lot of body recomp over that period of time, and I lost a lot of fat. Like, I can still see quad definition, bicep definition, like not as intense, obviously, because I do have more body fat, but I still see muscle definition, which I've never seen in my body for my entire life. I call it hot dog arms and hot dog legs. Like, that's all I've had my whole entire life. Zero muscle definition. So last year I started on April 1st for my cut, and this year I decided to start on March 1st for my cut. That's going to last till somewhere around the exact same time, in honor around July 4th. The first week has been rough because not only did I kind of eat whatever the hell I wanted before I started this cut, I had also discovered something called fasting and the idea of autophagy.
You may have come across the word autophagy, but what is it exactly? Autophagy, a mysterious word with a pretty interesting meaning. The word autophagy, translated from ancient Greek autophagos, means to devour oneself. And in fact, that's exactly what happens during autophagy.
If you subscribe to both of my channels, I've had some health scares, and I was just really interested in experimenting with fasting for like 36 hours at a time or 48 hours at a time and stuff like that. So I kind of did a lot of that on and off, but in complete transparency, there towards the end, like when I was healing up from my breast augmentation, like I just wanted ice cream, you know, and stuff like that. So if I had like a really heavy, like eating like crap day, I would kind of like have a fasting day the next day. So yeah, I think you're kind of picking up on what I'm laying down here, right? I'm really good at fasting, and I'm also really good at eating shit. And I was kind of using that as a way to kind of control my weight during my off season. So I also was keeping up with working out. However, this first week, I didn't want to experiment with doing any kind of fasting during this cut, because the idea of the summer cut that I do is where I start out with like as high as calories as I can possibly manage, and then slowly over like a 16 to 18 week period, I lower that amount of calories, like very slowly. And it only becomes like really noticeable like towards the end. while at the same time, I'm taking my exercise from like a base level and very slowly like increasing my exercise level. And before you know it, at the end of 16 or 18 weeks, if you really stick with it and you stay with it, you're going to see some great results from that. And I'm excited to see what the end of this is going to look like, because I have actual muscle underneath like my skin and fat. I actually have muscle under there now, so it's actually kind of cool. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to look even cooler when I cut down this summer. Okay, so I've got you propped up on my laptop this morning, and I have been editing for Heart Shaped Leaves today. And today is I'm not getting counts for my steps. No. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to start from scratch with the steps. That sucks. Welcome to my nightmare. Today's March 1st, which means it's the first day of my new cutting cycle. I put on quite a bit. I had like a huge cheat day yesterday where I had Mexican food and sushi and ice cream twice. So like I have got like a lot of water weight from that. And then just like throughout the holiday, I'm sorry, I just put my contacts in and they are like not cooperating. I just got done editing and I'm in the process of uploading. It is 11:26 a.m. I'm not even gonna get my steps recorded. Damn, how's that gonna work? I should have had my watch plugged up the whole time I was editing, but I didn't. So I'll just make sure that I do at least 45 minutes on the treadmill. My goal is 10,000 steps, which I probably won't make it today because of my stupid watch, but you know, I'm not a complete and total psychopath, you know, I can deal with that. My goal for this first week is 2,100 calories, 10,000 steps a day, and 4 weight training sessions this week. So my current weight as of today is 145 pounds. It's the exact same starting weight that I had last time I started my cut, except for this time my body composition is completely different. Like I kind of knew I was gonna put on weight through the holidays, and I just kind of like was okay with it, and I continued to do like my steps and my weight training and stuff like that. I'm just letting you guys know that today is the day that I'm starting. And the reason why I'm starting at 10,000 steps is because that's supposed to be like what you're supposed to get to be a healthy person, a healthy individual. And that's like what I strive already for on a day-to-day basis. I do strive for 10,000 steps, and it does take multiple dog walks and a couple of treadmill sessions, you know, if it's raining or whatever, to get that. But it makes me feel good in the morning to do that. So it's not like it doesn't stress me out. You know what I mean? But this morning, I definitely wanted to get started. I look like shit. Oh my God. So my editing's done. My voiceover is done. I'm uploading. I got to come back later, work on my thumbnail, and I also have another video to edit. So we're probably going to do 2 treadmill sessions today and probably a couple of dog walks. And we will get to our 10,000 step goal. Next week, it'll be probably 10,500 steps, right? But the weight training will never go up. It'll always be for a week or whatever. I think last time at the end of my cut, I was at like 16,000 or 17,000 steps a day or something like that. But my food never got super duper duper low. It got low, but it didn't get super duper low. And I still got where I could see my abs, and I had a lot of definition, and I'll show you guys pictures here of like how I ended up. I also had a breast augmentation, which added 3 pounds to my body, and I I really enjoyed myself over the holidays. Yeah, so I'm not unhappy with the way I look. I think all my stuff still looks really nice on me. Even though I'm up at like a considerable amount of weight, I'm actually back up to the weight I was at before, but my body looks totally different. But I gotta get on the treadmill, so mwah, I'll see you later. So, the first week of cutting did not go according to plan for me. I feel like I failed, but I didn't technically fail. So, like I mentioned before about the fasting, this is the first full 7 days that I have like eaten lunch and dinner. Didn't like OMAD it or eat a really big lunch and no dinner. Like I said, been doing some weird shit in my off season. Trying to keep my carbs under 50 because it helps with my skin because I have issues with gluten. I'll show you what the calendar looked like. It was pretty upsetting for me because the weight that I was floating around at before we got started was like 138 or 139 pounds. Now, classic me, I wanted to have like a big, huge cheat day before we started this big long cut. The next day I weighed in for like day one, like 145 pounds. And I was like, oh, that's no big deal. Because once I get like on my, I started out at 2,100 calories for this cut, 2,100 calories. But once I started eating whole foods to begin the cut, it became hard to eat that many calories. The highest I got in my calories for week one was 1,800 to 1,900 calories because I'm eating protein focused, lower carb type meals, and they just tend to like fill you up faster. What sucked was just like the way my weight was bouncing around. I think what I was used to during my off season is that if like my weight got to an uncomfortable place, I would fast the next day and my body can drop like the water weight of it all in one night, like 4 to 5 pounds sometimes, like overnight if I abstain, like, do my walking, drink water. It's supposed to be good for you. Look it up. Water fasting is supposed to be good for you. Anyways, no more fasting and stuff like that. But this week's weights, up and down, up and down, up and down, just really had me on one, especially on the day where it was like I was up 2 pounds. I was on plan, eating what I thought was perfectly, counting my calories, 10,000 steps at least. So who knows? I don't know. It's all going to get better. Every week that I put in just a little bit more cardio and just a teeny bit less calories, it's going to like advance from here on out. So I'll see you back for the end of week 2. And I hope the scale is like a little bit kinder to me because as much as your brain tells you like all this stuff, like, it's just fluctuations, it's just hormones, it's just water weight, it still fucks with you. Okay, so I identify with you if you're also on like a weight loss journey out there, or like a fitness journey, or just keeping yourself healthy for longevity's sake journey. It is frustrating when the scale does weird psychotic shit when you're saying no to things that you want to eat and you're like, no, I'm not going to do that because I'm on a certain plan. And then you get on the scale the next day and it's 2 pounds up and you're like, what happened? Why? And I took a poop. Like, how is this even possible, Thank you guys for listening to me ramble. This is the end of my week 1. Oh my God, Winston. If you're wanting to lose a couple of pounds before summer comes, and there's nothing wrong with wanting to lose a little weight. Don't let someone make you feel like a piece of shit because you want to lose a couple of pounds. It's better for your health. It's better for your confidence, okay? If you've been putting it off, then stop putting it off and get outside, get your vitamin D, go for your walkies, take your dogs out and stuff like that. We love you guys. Not everything goes according to plan, and sometimes the scale doesn't play along, but we'll see you for the next update. Peace out. Later, taters. Bye.